And that's what's happening with a lot of these M&As out there. You have an Optum, which I'm sure has a very solid cybersecurity program. Buys Change Healthcare. Luckily, it didn't have enough time to merge those networks in. Otherwise, you'd see
Dude.
a much bigger breach than what we saw.
Yeah.
So there was some segmentation there, but for whatever reason, didn't you know overlay their programs onto the other. They were getting to it, but it's big. It's when you do M&A, it's hard to do. Takes a while. And look at Ascension, same type of issue there. You've got all
That's
these
true.
hospitals. I mean, all you and see what you're trying to do when you do an M&A, you try to merge these networks in, right? Because you want to make it easy to move information. People have access. You put everybody on Epic. You put everybody on certain systems, right?
Sure.
And that's great, but it does create a vector. But once they do get in, they can go. And Ascension saw that 11 and 19
Yeah,
states,
man.
and that could have been. I haven't heard exactly what caused that issue, but that could have been a 150 bed hospital they had out in the middle of nowhere, right? But they don't have the same protocols as maybe the larger organizations. They get in there and then they get into the bigger network and move around. So it's much more sophisticated for some of these bigger organizations to get their hands around. Yeah, it's a problem, but the lawyers are all over it. I'm sure for change, trying to limit the damage. I mean, it's going to be over $1 billion to cost them. There's already lawsuits out there, and so they're probably trying
Well,
anything to do.
there's practices that have gone under. They couldn't bill and they're done. And they're
No, they moved
forced.
a lot of the stuff. Luckily, Optum had a lot of similar type practices, but I think it just forced the whole merger into Optum to go a lot faster than it than it normally would have.
I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do have tinfoil under my slope hat.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, we got a lot more of that coming. Unfortunately, I mean that's
Yeah.
just in. Yeah,
And then how do you dance? I was talking to a CIO a lot earlier in the week. He's like, yeah, the issue is we swing and we ratchet things down so much that physicians and nurses just start to rebel and turn like we can't even share emails internally. Like I have an
right.
attachment I got to send over and I can't even send it inside the walls. And so then
Balance.
they push back against everything and they go, well, I'm not
Right.
going to do anything. So it's like, and
Well,
I
there's
don't
nothing
know.
else.
I don't know how you
Well, I
strike
think
that balance.